How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Jose, TheNYCGeek, aka TNG, aka your Elder Lord, aka the one who sit the throne today, aka your tribal chief, aka the guy who just finished watching the season finale and hopefully the series finale for The Acolyte, because I hope to God this show never gets another episode. I hope that this show fades into obscurity and somehow, some way, this show has to get decanonized, because this is one of the worst written shows I've ever seen. I have never seen, I'm not gonna say never, but this is some next level stupidity right here. Okay, Leslie Headland should never be allowed to write again. Anyone involved in the writing for this should never be allowed near a television show again. Any type of fiction, any type of storytelling, not at all. You and again, if you enjoy this, if you think this is fun, if you're having fun with the show, right? Then hey, have fun with the show, right? But if you're sitting there defending it and saying that you think that this show is good, okay, that you think that this show is thrilling and that, you know, this is some of the best storytelling and that you can't understand why people are mad at it, mad at this show, that you can only fall into two fields. Either A, you have been deprived your whole life of any other type of fiction, any type of storytelling, anything. You've never watched another TV show, you've never read a book, so you know you have nothing to compare it to, right? Okay, then I can understand. Or two, you are a absolute moron. That's it. Either one of the two, right? Either you've never seen another television show in your entire life and you have nothing else to compare it to, and that's why you think that this is good, or you are an absolute idiot. You are an idiot. I have to drink this monster because I will say, let's go to the positives, right? Because there's only one positive. Well, there's two. There's two positives. One, at least there was a little bit of action here and there that, you know, kept me awake. Two, and the other positive is that this is done. It's over. I can't fathom how anyone can sit there and think that this is great work, that this is a great piece of work. Not only did this show have horrible acting, not everybody, not all actors. The guy who played Soul is trying his best. Jesus, the guy who did Khmer, he was trying to. But Amanda Sternberg and Leslie Headland's wife are wooden. They are so wooden. Okay, even though Amanda tries to get a little bit of emotion in this, and we're gonna do a breakdown later. There'll be spoilers later. You know, this is all gonna be a spoiler. We're gonna do a review. We're gonna do a breakdown of everything. But the acting was awful. Okay, you could start from there. The costumes and the set pieces, not practice, just bargain bin shit, right? The combat, for the most part, sucked. The story where the characters are constantly changing left and right. They don't know what they're doing. 1 minute they're doing this, 1 minute they're that. They change they change like this, drop of a hat. And more importantly, more than anything, adds so many fear. This show destroys Star Wars canon, and this episode helped to cement that. It is very clear that Disney's only intention with this show, with Obi-Wan, is they want to be the one to say, "Oh, we're altering the canon because we want to put our spin on it, and we want to make it that we were responsible for all this," right? I can't understand, dude. Star Wars. Okay, when I tell you that the MCU, it's hard to guess which. It's hard to really see which one of the two is worse off, the MCU or Star Wars, right? Because they are both at the bottom of the barrel. But at least the MCU had a good 3-something phases. Not everything in them were you know, home runs, but it had 3 good phases, a lot of good movies in there, some fantastic movies. Disney Star Wars has had maybe Rogue One, which I love. I do love Rogue One, and A Force Awakens, which I said I enjoyed. I still enjoy it, because mainly it's a retread of The New Hope, and especially now that Mark Hamill's butchering any love you could have for Luke Skywalker because he's just such a terrible person. Man, I'm like, man, I like Rey's character, at least in Force Awakens, far more, and she's better developed. I will fight that that will be the hill I die on when I say that if you compare A New Hope, just Luke from A New Hope, and Rey from Force Awakens, Rey is a better developed character just from those individual movies. But where I'm going off on a side thing here. The Acolyte. Anyway, this show has done such it's done one thing well, and that's that it has destroyed guys. We're gonna go through it. Let me load this goddamn. I want to get it over. When I tell you, I can't imagine the fury. If I could use the Force right now, I would be able to feel the fury that diehard fans like Star Wars Theory and them must be having watching this, because this, it's not like I'm unaware of how that feels, because that's how I felt watching Rings of Power, right? That's how I felt watching Rings of Power, and that's what people don't understand. There's a reason why. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I just picked a random book, right? I was like, let me just pick a random book over there. This is The Prince of Lies, okay? This is The Prince of Lies. Hold on, this is going to be a sidetrack, but it will tie into everything. This is The Prince of Lies. And this came out, when did this baby come out? It was a while back. Look at this. Look at these books had like maps and whatnot. Remember when books had that? This is a Forgotten Realms book. This came out in, oh my goodness, 92, 93. Okay, 1993. I don't know if you can see here. This is a list of the books of the Forgotten Realms back in the day. Okay, you can see there the Icewind Dale trilogy, the Dark Elf trilogy, a lot of R.A. Salvatore's books, which are over here. The Druid Home trilogy, other titles by Ed Greenwood, and so forth and so right. These books form canon. Okay, when a character and I picked The Prince of Lies at random, but it's fitting because up there is the Avatar saga, and it has characters. It talks about the time of troubles and how the gods got thrown to the earth. And I talked about this more in my Baldur's Gate review and why I think Baldur's Gate 3 is not a good game in terms of storytelling. And it talks about how new gods were formed. One of the new gods was Cyric. Those books establish canon as to how Cyric acts, how he became a god, what happened, so forth. And then this continues it. When you are a writer, you create you go from point A to point B to point C. It has to make sense, right? If you go point A, point B, point C, point D, point E, if you go back and change why they did something at point B that would have led to point C and then D and then E, you are destroying your canon. Continuity matters, okay? It is crucial for you, especially as a storyteller, especially when you are dealing with such an epic saga like Star Wars. Star Wars has set things. Luke Skywalker is the son of Darth Vader and, son of Anakin, and Anakin Skywalker rose up and he turned to the dark side, and Obi-Wan and him fought and they were former friends, and Obi-Wan and him never fought until the Death Star again, so these are set events. When you start going back and you start changing it like they did with Obi-Wan, you start fucking up your canon, you start fucking up your lore, and this show does that. And oh my God, does it do it ever? It did it in episode 3 when we saw the whole, the creation of Osha and Maid through the Force. And we're going to see that here. Let's just go, man. OSHA, this is what Star Wars has become now, right? Star Wars has become thirst trapping garbage. This is what it has become. It has become thirst trapping garbage, because this is for all those people who were like, what is it? Kylo and Rey fans, like shippers. This is those diehard Reylo Tumblr fan fiction people. This is what this Star Wars feels like. It feels like bad fan fiction. And there's some great fan fiction out there. This is not it. This is far from it. Like, you just watch, mind you. He's like it's so like he just watched her, and then whatever. I'm gonna go through this portion quick. He tries to remove the helmet, and it's kind of like, I don't know if it's what the hell is going on. Like, she's suffocating under the helmet and now he's in a cave. None of this doesn't make any sense. He was wearing it with no problem, and then she's struggling to wear it. She starts suffocating under it. Don't know why. It's not explained. I have no idea. He starts trying to get her out of it, and he is able to get her out of it. Again, I don't understand why that this is still even going on. They're talking to each other like they're friends. They're talking to each other like they're cool. OSHA, how long has it been? Maybe a day? Maybe 2 days? 2 days? 2 days ago, OSHA, you saw this man kill your friends. He killed Jedis, multiple Jedis. He tried, and if you want to say she didn't know Geki that long, he killed Yord, who you trained with. He tried to kill you. He tries to kill her. Remember, he threw the fucking lightsaber at her. He tried to kill her former master. Where are they coming with the fact that she should in any way, shape, or form be accepting to him, be kind? She should have tried to kill him immediately. This guy, by all definitions, has been nothing but a monster to her. Okay? Oh my God. And then we go to Soul. Soul over here is in his thing, right? And he tells, look at this stupid shit. Look at this. We last left Soul flying away from Vernestra, right? So he goes, I will contact Master Vernestra. The Jedi will meet us here. Run away then. Why did he run? Why did he fly away from them? Why would he not have waited for them to show up and then just explain? Look, I have to explain. We got to go to her place. Now I have proof of this virgins, and they would have gone with her. So what the hell was the point of him leaving the planet when they had just finally established communications so that they could meet again? Just and May tries to argue. May has, dude, whoever wrote this dialogue is right, because they are continuing to try. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that audio. I hope that if that gets copyright struck, I may have to re-record that portion of it. But I don't understand what May's argument is, because none of it makes sense, right? So she is trying to be like, oh, you killed what happened to you, to your coven was an accident. And hold on, I'm gonna bring it up right here. She's like, if it was an accident, why didn't you tell OSHA? I agree with you, but apparently the other master was stupid as well. But like, okay, here it is. This is the argument. This is the part that I want y'all to understand, to see, because they keep trying to make it seem like Soul is the bad guy. Soul did nothing wrong. Soul did nothing wrong. Do you understand that you can rewatch episode 3, you can rewatch episode 7. There is nothing wrong. That's Soul went in. They went in, and the moment that they went in the first time, the Force witches assaulted and attacked the Jedi. They attacked Torben, and the Jedi didn't lose their mind and attack them back. They were like trying to be peaceful. They tested the Padawans. They tested May and Osha to be Padawans with the Coven's permission, no less. Okay. Then when they go back, because Soul rightly feels that, you know, they're going to sacrifice the girls, and Torben does go in and break in like a moron, they still don't go in guns blazing, lightsabers slashing everybody under the sun. No, they go in calmly and they explain and they talk about it. And then May started a fire because her mother, the Horn Mother, Coral, told her, keep everybody locked in. Keep everyone here. Stop her. Stop her. That is not Soul's fault. Okay? May was a possessive brat who tried to burn her sister alive. Because I don't know what she thought, that starting a fire was not going to, you know, even though this place was made of stone, it shouldn't have caught on fire. But still, why did she think that starting a fire was a good thing? Why? Oh, because she was burning the book? What does she think fire does? When you put the book next to the lantern, it's going to catch on fire. So right here, why did you blame it on me? Because you started the fire. You started that fire. There is nothing. That's it. You started that fire. You locked everyone in. That doesn't make you right, May. Because the Jedi invaded our home. No, they didn't. They didn't. Man, dude, like it's such an insufferable character. Everyone in there died because of 4 of you. No, they didn't. They died because of your fire. They died because they started assaulting the Jedi, possessing Kelnaka, turning into a smoke demon and whatnot. Everyone there died because of you and your stupid family. So whatever. She gets away because Soul is dumb and like he can't sense attacks, and she runs into here. And again, he's right there, right? He's right there. Why doesn't he use the Force? Use the fucking Force. Why is Soul constantly having the Force on cooldown? Like, he can't use the Force pull. He can't stop the door from closing. He can't just grab her. And she says, "See you in hell, Jedi." Is that even an appropriate Star Wars line? This is the smallest of grievances I have against this episode. I just want someone to answer for me. Do they say hell, see you in hell in Star Wars mythos? I don't think so. I don't believe so. But please, if that again, I can be corrected. It just didn't feel like a Star Wars line to say, right? Anyway, Basil, and then he starts chasing her. He starts chasing her in his ship, and this made no sense here. This made no sense. Soul is about to grab her, right? I don't know. It looks, this to me, if I remember correctly, he's about to fire his missiles, right? Like he's about to kill her. Because he's probably, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to disable her ship. And like, for some reason, Basil helps May. What? Why would he help May? Dude, this show is so dumb. I didn't even want to watch it the first time. Rewatching it and having to break it down is genuinely painful to do. It really is. And then I got to sit down and like here it is. Look. Basil starts breaking the ship and disables and attack, like helps May escape. Mind you, the previous on episode 6, he attacked May and told Soul that she's not really Osha because Soul, again, is too stupid to use the Force. And then he suddenly helps her escape. And then again, because the characters are inconsistent, right? May says, brace yourself, Pip. Why would she say brace yourself, Pip? This I do have a big grievance with, right? Because this line of dialogue makes no sense. She doesn't give a shit about Pip. This is not, why? She has no attachment to it. The only interaction that she's had, this is Osha's device. It's Osha's device, and she just reset his personality to default settings. And now she's like, brace yourself, Pip. It's this. Let's skip. I don't even care, right? There's a scene here where a senator meets with Vernestra to tell her, like what the hell's going on, and she's like, we have a Jedi murders, and we're almost got it, and then these two are leaving together because they're like fucking friends now, and she's like, you're gonna be cool, I trust you, we'll make a deal, and you're all about deals. Dude, this doesn't, I don't get this. I don't get this. But here it is. This is, out of almost everything on the show, this is certainly the worst thing of this episode. But this is one of the worst things that they could have done. They are on this planet, right? They're on this planet. They're leaving. And in a cave, like a creepy golem-like creature, is Darth Plagueis. Dude. I can't believe that they busted out Darth Plagueis. The Dark Lord, who was so powerful. Darth Plagueis the Wise, right? Who, oh my God. Dude. Darth Plagueis, I don't think that Darth Plagueis is even supposed to be alive. Maybe he is. I don't know what his age is. But they brought out Darth Sidious's master. And you know why. You know why they did it. They brought in Darth Plagueis because now they can say that Darth Plagueis took his inspiration of manipulating the Force and trying to create the Force perfect being because of Osha and May and their mother. So it does invalidate Anakin or cheapen. Not only does it cheapen Anakin, it cheapens Plagueis because he had to get that inspiration from them because this is Disney fucking up with the canon so that they could say we did it. No, our characters did it first. Remember that thing you saw in Lucas's stuff? No, that it actually was our characters. It actually was us. Yo, this is awful, dude. And and I didn't fully know this. Like there was always the theories of like City of Plagueis created. Plagueis was the one who inadvertently created Anakin, and I only learned of this recently because I like Star Wars, right? I like Star Wars. I am not a Star Wars fanatic, not in any way, shape, or form. I am a Forgotten Realms fanatic. Like I'm a massive Forgotten Realms buff. Obviously, I'm a big One Piece person. I'm a big anime person, but One Piece, Forgotten Realms, those are my things, right? Those are the things that I could sit down. I love Tolkien's work. Like that stuff, that's what I'm a huge fan of. Star Wars and Star Trek, I was never huge into sci-fi, but I enjoyed watching it. But even I know, some of the things here. What I did, some of the more important notes of obviously having watched the prequels and the original trilogy and having dabbled a little bit in the extended universe and playing some of the games, I knew some of the big story beats, right? I didn't know until watching more recently some comments made by Ryan Kittle on RK Outpost where he's talking about that the reason why Anakin was even born is because the Force was rejecting Darth Plagueis' tampering with it, right? And so like that whole thing makes sense. And now they have inserted their own shit so that they could say that they were the first ones to do it. That you know, Plagueis got all this from them. Oh lordy lord. Anyway, we're just gonna. I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna keep going through this. Let me. And I have my notes over here, so I'm sorry. Just we go forward. They, you know, everybody basically converges on the planet, and Kamir and Soul have another duel. They have another face off, and it was bad. It was bad. There were one or two moments where I was like, oh, I like that. I did like this. But that's it. It was another bad battle. And then look at this. Look at this. Is this the part right here? Is this the part right here where they like float down? Because yep. Okay, look. Oh my lord. Hold on. I gotta get that ready for y'all without Disney losing its mind, okay? Without Disney losing its mind. I need y'all to see how this battle goes. And this is $180 million, everybody, or near $200 million. And they do this wire pulling shit. What the hell is, oh Lord, yo, this is, dude. This is money laundering. This is legit money laundering. This has to be money laundering. There's no way it can't be. This had to have been money laundering. This show could not have cost more than $20, maybe $20, maybe $50. There's no way this has to be money laundering. I cannot fathom that this costs. I can't. Where is $180 million going? It is not in the special effects. It is not in the costumes. It's not on the actors. It's not on the writers. This is this to me, and I'm being 100% honest. I swear to you on my life, I think that this was Disney money laundering money, and this is just my this is just what I think. I think that they money laundered money to pay Leslie Headland some hush money. That's what I think. Because she must have dirt on them. Because there's no way this is $180 million. There's no way. There is no way this is $180 million. And then May and Osha, they continue to fight. And as they're having a fight, May and Osha meet up together and they have their reunion. And he's like, so lied to you. He blamed me. Yes, because it is your fault. It's true. Everything that happened here. Yes, this is the truth. So, dude, right? Okay. Osha says this right here. Everything that happened was all because she didn't want Osha to become a Jedi. And May goes, because I didn't do this. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You started the fire that blew everything up, dude. It was you. May never makes any sense. None of them do. None of these characters do. Oh, Lord. And then Osha reveals that she never could control her negative emotions. They have a fight together and the Jedi show up. And let's just get to the end of this. He and Soul reveals that they are one person. They're one person. That's why they got their stupid jingle. They're actually one person. Everybody saw this. I believe she used the Force to create you and Osha. And he's like, I'm gonna show this to the Jedi. I can prove this now with the two of you being here. Even though they have already their DNA from before, so that was enough proof. Why didn't just send that to the council? Oh my god, dude. And you know, he reveals that. And she says, she's like, you killed my mother. Your mother was a terrible person who assaulted the Jedi. They never addressed, this is another thing with this show. They never addressed the fact that it was her mother who engaged in hostilities first. These idiots. This is a show for idiots. This is a show for idiots. And May finally hears that, and he's like, yeah, I did. He's like, I wanted to tell you. Why doesn't he tell her she was turning into a giant smoke demon? She was disintegrating you. She was disintegrating May. None of that. None of that. How about the fact, like, May and Osha were there to see when their mother assaulted the Padawan. I gotta take a sip. I'm sorry. And then May starts force choking. Osha. Dude, Osha force chokes a Jedi Master. This girl could not even use the Force earlier in episode 1. It has only been what? I need somebody. I need to look through on. I'm sure somebody already has. I need to know exactly how many days have passed since the first episode, because again, not how the Force works, but this is a person who couldn't even force pull, and now all of a sudden she can force choke a master, and not even just force choke him. Though I will say this, he dies. She kills him. I will say that it probably because I have no problem shitting on this show, right? I have no problem shitting on this show. The argument could be made that he is a Jedi Master and that he did not, he just soul felt bad, and he for no reason. Again, he has no reason to feel bad, but within the show, he feels bad, and that's why he didn't fight back. He didn't fight back. He didn't use the Force to repel her ability, because he tells her it's okay. And then she gets, look at this. Oh my Lord, you ready? Because dude. So she squeezes the lightsaber so hard that it pierces her skin, the kyber crystal, and she gets some blood on it. Okay, yo, guys, I need you to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. I need y'all to pay attention. He gets some of her blood on this kyber crystal. Okay? See, and it goes from like a blue to a red. And she gets mad at this dude. She gets mad at Kymer, ignites the lightsaber, and then, of course, because she has some of her blood in it, and he's trying to, like, dude, you guys have no relationship. What is this chummy shit? You have known each other for a day or two. Maybe 2 days. 2 days at most. And her blood, she swings at him. She ignites the lightsaber. Yo, the kyber crystal, the lightsaber, the plasma, the energy that's emitting from this would have burnt away the blood. Okay? But because this show is so stupid that when she swings the lightsaber and it's blue, because they have to be so on the fucking nose, right? They have the lightsaber start to turn red. It turned red. It's red. Oh my God. Oh my God. Her blood turned the kyber crystal and made it into a red lightsaber. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You fucking morons. There's a reason why they say that, it's so hot it can cauterize the wound, right? Oh Lord, yo. They just went this is them going full retard. No, that's what it is. They did it. They did it. They did it. They did it. Just went full retarded. It's a shame. It's a shame because you never go full. Just like Tropic Thunder, which is an amazing movie. Just like I said, you never go full. And they did with this. And then she stares at it because her sinister music playing, because she has become a Sith. Because when this is sad. This is pathetic. This is what Star Wars has become. I feel so bad for anyone. Look, like I can see it. I can see it. I can see myself turning. I'm turning into a Sith because it's red now. She Vadered. She Vadered. I'm clearly making fun of the morons from who had, the incompetent fools were losing their minds for what do you call it? Ahsoka, Jesus Christ. Who were like, oh, it's red when they saw the lightsaber, and oh, he Vadered when she was facing Anakin in that Force whatever coma that she was under the ocean for. Bernestra arrives, and we all knew, we all called it. I even called it on a tweet. She arrives, senses, uses the Force, and senses her former Padawan. And she says, I can't find the specific, she's like, you live or something like that. I know where they are. They follow me. And the moment she arrives, she feels him and he tries to put the helmet back. So it's him. It's her. She was his former master. We said it all. Everyone knew that, saw it miles away. The moment that they showed the scars on his back, that looks like a lightsaber whip. May and Osha escape. The Jedi show up, and they get to this part here, this departure. I don't get. I'm not gonna play all this. I'm not because I'm so done with this. I really am. I don't understand why they started to separate. I tried to rewind it, and I tried to see if I can understand why the two of them have to separate. Like, I couldn't get it. I didn't understand this part of why they have to separate. And May apologizes to her. At one point, she's like, "I'm sorry, I started that fire." You should be. You should be. You killed everybody. And Osha's breaking down because she killed Soul, but she doesn't know what the hell she is, because just like the rest of this show, none of it makes sense. And they start doing they start doing the goddamn rhyme again, the little nursery rhyme. But I don't know why they are. May tells her, she's like, Osha, okay. Osha, when they find out how powerful you are, they're gonna lose their shit, right? You'll meet the same fate as our mother. I mean, you just killed a Jedi, so yes. Like, her mother, their mother, and these two are not good people. They are not good people. If the point of this show was to make the Jedi into the bad guys, they failed terribly at it. This was their main thing, right? To cast moral ambiguity on the Jedi, and they didn't. They failed terribly. But and another thing this show doesn't explain is, why do they have to separate here, right? It makes no sense. What do we do? I don't know. Find a better show? Find some better writers? I don't know. What do you do? What do you do, Osha? Because, and then May ask her, what do you want, Osha? What do you want, Osha? And then, again, then Osha, because she just makes a full heel turn, just like her sister before, trying to make a full face turn. She tells him, let my sister go and I will train with you. Why? Why does he need to let her go? It makes no sense. And she said the Jedi will use me to find you, or you could just leave together. What the fuck is the point of having these two characters act like they have to separate? Dude, I'm fucking straight, dude. I'm legit losing brain cells trying to make this stupid show make any sense. Why do they have to separate? Why? You've gotten away from the Jedi. You have decided you're both evil, right? You're both evil people. You finally reunited. Why is it that you have to separate? Why do you need him to let her go? You want to train with him clearly, so that's what they do. She decides to train with him. He mind wipes her. He mind wipes May so she can't remember anything when Vernestra finds him. And then Vernestra does the worst bullshit lie. She blames Soul for her cover up. So this is not now if you want to say there is a bad Jedi, there is a bad person, it's her. It's her. She's a bad person. This is the only bad Jedi that they've shown in the entire fucking show. It's her. Because she blames Soul. She says that they killed the Force cult of witches. Okay. Which again, a conflict ensued. There were many casualties. All right, I don't know where the bad thing is. This Force cult of witches. She could have spun this story in a different way that didn't make Soul into a bad guy, right? But I guess again, she wanted to hide the Sith, the existence of the Sith, and let's just get through this. I'm done with this. I'm so tired. And then they have this stupid scene with the two of them. They're holding hands. They're holding hands because all of those morons, you are morons, on Twitter will be like, look at this scene. Oh my God. A heart emoji. Vernestra blames Soul for everything to cover up, I guess, the existence of May and Osha. And of course, I said this was going to happen. Told my buddies this was going to happen. I knew it was going to be obvious. I know other people have said it. Of course, they ended with Master, we must talk. And it's Yoda. It's Yoda. She shows up and they have to have a Yoda cameo. Yoda, you're telling me Yoda has not felt the death of all these Jedi? Yoda didn't feel the evil, the presence of this darkness in the Force. Yoda can't see through her bullshit because she's just speaking for the High Council now. This is awful. I'm done with this show. I'm done. Thank God it's over. This is one of the most damaging things that has ever come out for Star Wars. If you are a fan of Star Wars canon or any storytelling, you have just witnessed a travesty. This is on par. This is on par with Last Jedi and Obi-Wan for being some of the worst stuff that has ever come out of Star Wars and being off. In fact, I almost feel like this is worse than Obi-Wan, without a doubt. This is the worst Star Wars show that Disney Plus has put out. Absolutely. Hands down. Is it the most damaging to the lore? I still think that's Last Jedi. Because here's my reasoning. Last Jedi invalidates New Hope, right? This show invalidates the prequels or cheapens them or ruins or whatever. I have more of a love for the original trilogy than I'll ever have for the prequels. I don't think the prequels are particularly good. Phantom Menace is meh. It's medium. Attack of the Clones is awful. And Revenge of the Sith is kind of meh still. So they're not good. I love the original trilogy. I do. So Last Jedi damages A New Hope because if you can, and to be very brief, it's the simplest thing. If hyperspace exists within the physical plane, right? If hyperspace can, if okay, let me use an example here. I got one of my wife's cups. Okay, this is one of my wife's cups. If this is the Death Star, okay, or rather, if this was that Snoke's ship, when they use their ship and she does the hyperspace ram, right, and destroys a massive fleet, not even a small ship, not even just a Star Cruiser or anything. She destroys the entire fleet with her one ship because she goes into hyperspace and hyperspace rams it. Why? This invalidates there being a battle at the Death Star. Absolutely, right? It completely invalidates it because if they could do that, why would they not just take unmanned ships? They could take droid ships, okay? They don't even need to put people in there. They could put the ships, for fuck's sake, they could put the ships on autopilot if they wanted. The Rebel fleet could have taken a bunch of their ships and literally said, okay, here's the Death Star. Send 20 of them into hyperspace at the Death Star. That's it. You don't need to have a battle of the Death Star because then hyperspace rams answer everything. So the Last Jedi to me is the worst. It's the most damaging thing ever. And it also took all the other stuff that was happening and just, the good hope, the hope that we had for Force Awakens, just threw it into the trash. Obi-Wan is also damaging too to the original as well because the whole thing with, they had never seen each other and then suddenly they had a previous fight. Obi-Wan is abandoning Luke, which is his charge. He saved Leia and somehow Leia doesn't remember to hold them two in a trench coat together to escape. It was, dude, Obi-Wan was awful. Now that I think about it, it really was. Maybe it still is. It's on par with being as bad as this. It's on par with being as bad as this because at least, no. Obi-Wan is, this is worse than Obi-Wan because at least Obi-Wan had, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor and Ewan McGregor. Whatever the fuck this guy's name is. Yeah, it is Ewan McGregor. I'm sorry. I confused him with Conor McGregor. But it had Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. I'm not good with actor names. And, you got to at least see them again. And, that duel was okay. Again, the show was still bad. It was really bad. But there's no redeeming qualities. There is nothing redeeming about it. Use full, I'm still thinking of Obi-Wan. Use full attacks. And that one ship is avoiding a Star Destroyer. It's full cannon barrage. But this is worse. This is worse. This is the second most damaging thing that's ever come out for Star Wars. And it's all been under Kathleen Kennedy and Disney's watch. I saw a topic trending earlier. Renew the Acolyte. Renew the Acolyte. And we're gonna before I end this, because this is the last. I don't want to talk about the show again. This is so fucking stupid. This show, I don't ever want to talk about this show. It's they were doing a Star Wars fans are now campaigning for the Acolyte season 2. Star Wars fans? Are you sure it's Star Wars fans? Like, really? Like this, and I'm bringing up. I want to see what the Rotten Tomato score is for this show. Let's see if it's updated at all. Oh, it's gone up a little bit. It went up to 15%. It can't be. It was what at 14. I think the lowest was 14. Maybe the lowest was 12. It's at 15%. The final episode of the Acolyte is almost upon us, and yet it feels as if the story is far from over. What story? This is from the Gaming Bible, by the way. Fair to say The Acolyte is one of the most successful Star Wars projects to land in quite some time. That is an actual lie. That is an actual lie. That hold on. I'm gonna bring up something here. The Acolyte numbers, they showed that the Acolyte numbers in the Nielsen ratings. Nielsen data shows the Acolyte had the second worst premiere of any Disney Star Wars. Okay, in offering a massive counter to the laughable mainstream. This is from Bounding Into the Comics. In offering a massive counter to the laughable mainstream narrative that the Leslie Headland series is an audience success, viewing data provided by the Nielsen company appears to show that the premiere of The Acolyte was one of the least watched in the history of Disney Star Wars television. Okay? They have, and then you can read the article, the whole full article here, but so they're lying to you here. That's what these morons do. They never trust these websites, man. Don't trust these websites. So anyway, hold on. Let me just bring this back up here. Oh, sorry. Got it. In transporting us to the High Republic era, it's freed itself from a reliance on familiarity. All it's done was, destroy canon. It didn't rip itself from familiarity. Obi-Wan Kenobi and the Book of Boba Fett, as enjoyable as they were. Who wrote this? Kate Harold. Kate Harold, you are stupid. You're a fucking moron. Kate Harold, you are a delirious fucking fool. Felt like series purely created to cater to fan service rather than have something interesting to say. In our review, oh my God, hold on. I didn't read this. We said The Acolyte has truly got it all, from epic lightsaber duels to adorable droids and everything in between. These are the jigsaw pieces that make Star Wars what it is, and yet Headland places those pieces together in a way that feels both familiar and new, offering excellently paced episodes and a thrilling story packed with twists and turns and revelations. The Acolyte doesn't disappoint. I didn't realize how much dude, this is like the shilliest of shill stuff. Anyway, they are trying to campaign. They're trying to get Renew the Acolyte. The whole reason I brought this up is they're trying to get Renew the Acolyte to trend. And it was briefly trending, right? The reason it was briefly trending though was because there was a lot of people mocking that hashtag. This is a joke. This is embarrassing. I feel embarrassed to have spent hours of my life on this garbage. I could be playing Nightingale. I could be playing a bunch of other games right now. Dude, this was sad. Yeah, this is to me the second most damaging thing I've ever seen Disney Star Wars put. Let me put it like this. I think if you take away the lore breaking aspects that The Last Jedi had, it's not a good movie. But this would be worse. This would be the worst thing that Disney Star Wars has ever put out. So far, right now, it is up there with The Last Jedi. If this is The Last Jedi, The Acolyte's right there. It's right there. It's so right there. It destroyed Darth Plagueis. The fucking Conehead guy, Kimundi, whatever his name is. The Jedi, it tried to portray the Jedi as being bad. They're not. They weren't. They did nothing wrong. It made the Jedi. The only thing that this show did, it didn't make the Jedi into bad people. It made the Jedi idiots. It made them incompetent. It made them so stupid that no wonder. People, they even took away from Palpatine deceiving them, right? He so masterfully did it. He so masterfully laid his plans, but he wouldn't even have to do that because the Jedi are so stupid that he could have gone away with it. He could have just fucking worn an evil twirly mustache, and that would have been still, they never would have figured it out. I'm done with this show, guys. I hope that you guys have not spent any of your time watching. I hope that you've just enjoyed the YouTubers, like, you know, if you've enjoyed these reviews, if you've enjoyed, dude, EFAP, go watch Mauler's stuff. He does super long breakdowns with the EFAP crew, fantastic breakdowns. Watch, you know, Gary over in Nerdrotic, watch his stuff. Shad on Shadiversity. I hope that you guys have enjoyed Star Wars Theory, obviously. I hope that you have enjoyed YouTube airing this thing to sunder. And there will be the shills out there, like those two dopes and Real Rejects. I'm sure they're like this when it comes to this show. But man, you have got to be some like bargain bin brain person to think that this was good storytelling. I hate to say it. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. It's a long one. It's the last one. I didn't want to take too long, but I'm sorry. You know, when I go on a rant, I wanted to at least give it enough time. I tried watching it. We did the breakdowns. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys enjoy it. Hit the like button, hit all the buttons, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys saw. If you did end up watching it, or if you watch me suffer through it, or if you watch another YouTuber suffer through it, let me know what you guys think. Is this, and if you are of similar opinion to me, I want you to tell me, do you think that this is the worst Star Wars that has ever been made? Is this the worst Star Wars product? I'm getting up there. The more I think about it, it's getting up there. Let me know if you guys think it is. Leave it in the comments, please. I try my absolute best to respond to every single comment. I always say, if you guys take the time to watch my videos, the least I can do is take the time to keep putting them out there for you and comment on stuff and respond back to y'all. I love engaging with everybody. Please, 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 as I said in my last video, what I said about, the assassination attempt with Trump, time is precious. More so than ever, we are reminded of that after this weekend's events. Please, 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 take care of yourselves. Spend it with someone you love. Stay safe out there.